we intend to hear me quote from the Bible this morning before we go into our mission. But let me say congratulations to Brother Vincent. You have been registered at Ahmadu Bello University. How time flies. I bagged my bachelor from Ahmadu Bello University 30 years ago. It was 30 years this year that I left Ahmadu Bello University and went to National Youth Service. So when I was actually at ABU last year. I visited Ahmadu Bello University last year again. So when you get there, let them know that your pastor left this institution 30 years ago, and I left ABU with 4.39 GPA. I'm proud of that every time, and I'm so glad how I left that institution. So every time I can get back and hold my head high and know that I passed through this place and it was worth it. I'm so grateful to God. So make sure you are getting on board, going to ABU, and you just want to do well. It could be challenging there. It's better now. In my days, hardly do we have 2 months without religious crisis on campus. Christian and Muslim students. It was a test ground whether they can overrun the society, but we never allowed them when we were students. But those who took over from us now, they chicken out. They run away. They are afraid of their certificate. Some of us told the VC in those days, we are ready to lose our certificate, but Christianity cannot be silenced on this campus. I was one of them. Was one of those who told the VC, if you touch any of our sisters, because they don't dress like you, we will set this campus ablaze. And we still left there with us. So today when I hear students say, hey, that lecturer is victimizing me, as if you are the first to pass through the hand of lecturers. I told one of my lecturers, if I fail, you lose your job. He said, what did you say? I say, for the avoidance of doubt, hear it again. If Samson failed. So I asked him, what will you say happened that Samson failed? Are you the only lecturer on campus? I said, I will go to court. Court will demand for my paper and they will remark it. And you will be in trouble. If you pass, man. If you fail, you fail. So get to ABU and rekindle the fire. Amen. Rekindle the fire. The North used to have 2 institutions, to the best of my knowledge. Ahmadu Bello University and Kaduna Polytechnic. Those were 2 institutions that got the heart of the North. They won't give it out for anything. They won't even want a Christian to be the vice chancellor. Thank God for the military that gave us Daniel Saro, my VC when I was living. Late Professor Nock, the man from Southern Kaduna, they did interview for prospective VCs. He was the only one that scored the 90s. Others were in the 60s. They still didn't give him. They said the northern leaders didn't approve him. He's going to be with the Lord now. That was one man we miss. As for another day, Deuteronomy 28. Please receive these prayers. Now it shall come to pass, if you diligently obey the voice of the Lord your God, to observe carefully all his commandments, which I and the people of God will command you today, that the Lord your God will set you on high above all nations of the earth. In all these blessings, before I go to all these blessings, mark that word. If you will diligently obey, we're going to break out into groups, the men, the women, the youth. After this, And some instructions will come, some charge will come, some brainstorming sessions. And he said, if you will obey the things that will come from those sessions, the Lord your God will set you on high above all nations of the earth. Amen. And all these blessings shall come upon you, overtake you. Amen. They shall come upon you, overtake you, because you obey the voice of the Lord your God. Verse 3, blessed shall you be in the city. In this city called Abuja, you shall be blessed. Blessed shall you be in the country. In this country called Nigeria, you shall be blessed. You can read the rest for yourself. Let me go to 13 and wrap it up with 13. And the Lord your God will make you the head and not the tail. I repeat to somebody this morning, and the Lord your God will make you the head and not the tail. Amen. You shall be above only. Amen. And not be beneath. Amen. You shall be above only. Amen. Can you see what God said? He didn't just say you shall be above. You shall be above what? Only. The only place you are permitted to be is where? Above. You can choose others, but the only place God permitted you to be is where? Above only. No other option, no alternative. Above only. But he came by saying, if you will diligently obey. C'est fini. Sit down, people of God. We want to break out into sessions. It's been a challenging time and people have been complaining here and there. But there is a way out. You can't be stranded and God's people can't be stranded. And I believe that the church needs to do more than praying and prophesying and the people coming and expecting. We need to take action. We need to make move. We take steps. We need to do things differently. We need to act differently. And it's for this reason that we have been praying. On Thursday, I prayed with those of you that are here. Now we want to break into session so that we can interact in those sessions. The key thing from those sections is that we'll be able to make discovery of the path to follow, the things to do, and where to lay our hands. The men will be going with me. We are going under the tent. The women will remain here. And the youth will go with Mommy Ayobisi to her office, to Sesame's office. But as you leave, and we'll be back at 11. This is after about 18 minutes after, so we have the next 40 minutes. But as you leave, I'd like you to look at this 9-dot puzzle and let it occur to you what you are expected to do. Now you see this 9-dot puzzle. We don't have the time. It will be difficult for you to connect these 9-dot puzzles with 4 lines. Taking it from one line, connecting all the dots together with only 4 lines. Just imagine it where you are seated. It looks so difficult. Because if you go this way, you can't connect all. Draw 4 lines and connect these 9 dots together. It will look so difficult. And the reason why it will look so difficult is the reason why we are where we are. We always don't think how we should think. I mean, as you are seated, let me know, have you been able to connect it? Just 4 lines. Take it from one line, pass through all other lines with 4 lines, and connect all together. Who have been able to do it? 4 lines. 4 lines. Just 4 lines. Straight, 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 no more than 4. And that movement should start from the first, and the 4 lines should pass through all lines until you get to the last without bending. 4 lines. Who is getting it? Charles, where are you starting from? Get up, get up. Yes. Yes. Thank you. So sit down, you got it. If you stay within the line, you will never get it until you go outside the dots. You see it? Until you go outside the dots. This is one of the experiments in thinking outside the box. Please bring the answer. You see it? From 0, 1 straight line down. But the key, if you stop here, you will never get it. If you stop at this point, or this point, or this point, you will never get it. To get it, you must always go outside. From outside again, you connect the second. So all the points connecting the dot were outside the line. So you started from a 0, the first line to 1, the second to 2, the third to 3, and the fourth. To be able to progress in life, people of God, you need to do what? Think outside the box. That means think unconventional, think forward, think backward, think normal. If possible, think abnormal. Think fast, think slow. Don't hold on to the things you are used to. Think outside the box. The Lord bless you as you make up your mind to think outside the box in this breakout session. I see you after the session. Let's rise. Youth, get up. Go with mommy and your busy to the office. Women, stay back. Men, join me. We're going under the tree. We're going under the canopy. All the youth, just keep going. May the Lord give you ideas, give you understanding, and show you where to lay your hands and what to become. The women should stay back. Women stay back. The men will go with me under the tent. Those who come will join us. I sent a message.
check what's coming to your headphones. Is it coming out? Is the sound good?
But now we have, there's coconut milk, there is soya milk.
So
Take somebody that can think out of the box.
you get
Many of us will still drink milk here. Yeah, I don't know what last time. The milk is
so be careful when I say I mean it is.
So I don't for long. Going to like 2 years. Because I chose cooking. And the most dangerous aspect of the situation we are in, if somebody falls sick, and that is my prayer, that nobody will fall sick. People that don't eat well before, that they use multivitamin to carry themselves. Now, multivitamin is
But the only problem is that people have to be quiet because those are not that close to it. If you want to talk, Maybe just one say idiot. I think what's better is this guy should hold the mic, David, and go forward from you guys.
Right now, looking around where I live, see what I can do. I can never say for them. See what is lacking, what you should have something like people need.